All right, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited. I have two amazing guests that I want to introduce to you. And actually, we're going to get jumping into some awesome stuff. I want you to kind of connect with their story, their why, and we're going to talk about some products that's going to be life-changing for us. So let me just give y'all a moment to introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay. No.
Ladies first.
Start with your name. Tell me your name. You know, that's just, you know.
Okay. My name is Khadijah Onyema.
And my name is Onyema.
Awesome. So tell me the name of your product and what it means.
So Onyema, our product name is Onyema Shea Butters. So it really means like who knows God's intention upon your life. Like absolutely nobody except God.
Nobody except
God knows the intention upon our lives. God knows the intention of our skin, our hair,
our lifestyle.
Our lifestyle is only but God, nobody else. Yeah.
I love that. Nobody knows your intention but God.
Yeah, nobody knows God.
I love that. Yes. And that's a good reminder, especially during a time where there's a lot of uncertainty, right? We've been in a long season since March. It's literally August, and we're still like, you know, trying to figure out what is God up to. So even the name of your product reminds us that He knows He knows His intention on why He put us on this earth. There's a purpose, there's a plan for our lives. And thank God that He does, right? Because
it's only about God. Yeah, it's only about God.
So wow, just the name of your product has such significance and meaning. I can't wait to get into the solutions that your problem has, the problems that your product has solved, and the need that we have, just even being a woman of color, and the problems I've been had with my hair. So I'm excited to get into that. But I want people to know who you are. Like, how did y'all meet? And more importantly, that first date. I want to know about that first date that y'all got, you know. So maybe Khadijah can start it off, and then so tell me about that, Khadijah.
We met online, and it took a while before we even before he even got my number. We was typing and texting online, and then maybe 3 or 4 months after that, he finally got my number. He was like, "Okay, we've been typing on here a while now. Now I need your number."
You've been working. Definitely. So tell me, where did y'all go on your first date?
We went to the movies. We went to I forgot the movie. We went to Studio Movie Grill, and it's actually like a little dating it's like a dating scenery that's over there. It's like a really big, like romantic
so it's meant to be a dating spot. Oh, I like
that's our favorite spot. We love that spot.
And it makes sense. So one of the things y'all was sharing with me was that time just flew by on that first date. So tell me about that.
So actually, we went to the movie at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, the movie is.
It ended about 9-ish. So after that, he was like, "Let's walk around," you know. So I was like, "Okay, cool." So we walked around talking about life, his culture, my culture, you know, America, Africa, you know, everything.
Right.
And then the time just kept on going. And then he was like, "You know, I gotta go to work tomorrow." So I was like, "Okay, that's fine. Let's go home." So we going toward the garage where our car is at, and we still talking about everything. We end up realizing how many similarities that we had together. You know, even if we have two different cultures, we still got a lot of things in common. You know?
There was a connection. So
there was a lot of connections.
So Onyema, you tell me more about that. Tell me more about that first night.
Okay, so like she said, we were texting forth and back, for a couple of months, like 2 to 3 months. Then I was like, yeah, I guess it's time for us to, exchange number, and see if we can, go a little bit forward, Yeah. So we exchanged number. So we started, calling each other, texting each other, and then even at work, we text, we talk. Then it should be the first day we met was actually on my birthday.
On his birthday.
Oh, that's very unique. Okay.
That was the first day we met. After 3 to 4 months, we started texting.
Yeah.
So my birthday is her own brother birthday is the next day after mine.
Okay.
So on her brother's birthday, she was like, she just leave her brother's birthday. She came to mine, So
you just told your brother, forget you. I'm about to go.
I was like, I'm sorry, Drew, but I gotta go on a date.
All right, so she went. She stopped by. We had a good moment.
Yeah, we did.
We chat, we talk. We're like, oh, finally, we have to meet each other.
Yeah.
So we
I thought he was catfishing me. Yeah.
So we laughed. we talked.
You have to make sure it was real.
I was just like, you can't be real.
Yeah. So we eat, we drink, we like. So it was really cool moment. Then after that day, I think like another weekend or something like that. That should be on a Wednesday, on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's just like go on a real date.
A real
that was like a birthday.
That was just like
So let's just go for a real
let's
date.
make it
so
official.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go for a movie. So it was like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. movie. So we went for the movie. Then we got there. It was really cool. We watched the movies like an hour, 30 minutes movie. So after the movie, it was like the place was a really good place, So after the movie, we just said, let's walk around, talk and see if we can know each other more.
Yeah,
on the same level.
Yeah, the ones we talk on on my birthday was it was really cool. But let's just make it an official kind of date. Try to know each other more. Then we talked, we laughed, we walked around and all those things. Then it was really getting late. I think that should be like 11, 12 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I need to go to work the next day. She was like, oh, that's cool. So I just walked out to her car where she was parking her car. So my car was literally close to
next
her.
to mine.
So we were like towards our car. So we started talking again.
Yeah.
Talking about the culture
differences.
American culture,
that's
African culture.
Big conversation.
Yeah. It was like a big conversation.
Like discipline your children and oh man, we got to that too.
The discipline, everything. So we started talking. So I was like, I'm just seeing the similarities.
Yes.
We're getting along with each other. The conversation was really good. When you're having a good conversation, you forgot the time.
You forget about the time.
Yeah. So we were like having the conversation. So
then the sun started rising up.
So that was like, I think
it's time to go.
It was getting around. I think that was like 5 in the morning.
5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So I was like, I got to walk 7 o'clock
in the morning.
The
next day.
So I was like, okay, we got to go. So she left. I left in my own car. Then I only slept for like 1 hour.
1 hour.
I took my shower. I had to go to work. So, but then it was like a real moment. It was like cool. It was like a beautiful moment. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is so good.
Yes.
It's just awesome to even see. I just thought about Khadijah, how we met at Job
Corps. Oh yes.
And just to see how you've grown. I mean, literally.
Yes.
Yes, you've grown a whole lot. So it was amazing just to see the proposal, the pictures.
Yes.
So tell me about the pre-proposal when you got introduced to his family. What was that?
Okay. So it happened, it was like August, but it was out of nowhere because he was like, babe, it's time for you to meet my family. We going literally this weekend. I was like, wait. wait a minute. We going this weekend? He was like, yeah, tomorrow. I was like, oh, okay. So, I was just nervous. And I actually got a video of me like going to the to Dallas with him. I was like, okay, I'm nervous. You know, he was like, don't be nervous, girl. Don't be nervous. It's fine. You know, and then we get to Dallas and I see his family and I'm thinking, it's going to be about 5 people, maybe. Nope. It was like 40. Like, it was like
everybody.
People. It was everybody. I was like, wow, okay. Everybody was like, is that your wife? Not yet, but yes, I am.
Yes, you know what? Tell us a little bit about that because it's African culture, right? That everybody. So tell us a little bit about the culture point here.
For him or for me?
For him.
Yeah. So the the culture is so beautiful. It's a big thing, you know. When you wanna introduce someone to your family, you know, it's like a big thing. So when I told my uncles, you know, my family that, okay, I'm bringing her over, you know, for you all to see her and get to know her. So they were like, okay, I think I'm off that day. I think I'm not working that day. I think I'm available to come around. I was like, okay, that's cool. So it was a big thing. Then we traveled. It was like a weekend. We traveled all over there, you know, to see my family, like my grannies, my uncles, my aunts,
everybody,
my cousins, like my distant cousins. So they came around. You know, they cooked like it was like a big feast.
So many.
It was like
every Nigerian dish you can think of on the table. Yeah. Everything.
So our family came. So they were like, okay, so where is she? So she came out. I was like, that's her. So I introduced
everybody was like, hello.
Everybody was like, hello.
I was like, hi.
Yeah, it was really fun. She was actually, I was like, don't be nervous.
Yeah, like relax, girl, chill.
Relax. They will not bite you. They will not do anything. They will not do anything.
I was nervous because I was like, I was watching YouTube videos of meeting the Nigerian family.
So you were
comparing myself. Yeah. It's a whole different thing. Americans and Nigerians. It is different thing. So it's like the first impression is the gold thing. And I'm just like, okay, I can just be myself and I don't want to be crazy, but I can be myself.
I love that.
Really cool. Yeah, I love that. I introduced her to my family.
Yeah.
So they really they started talking. They even taught her some Nigerian language, how to dance,
how to cut plantains,
how to cut the plantains
the right way.
The right way, how to make some.
Wow.
You know, even my uncle, I've taught her how to do the fried eggs, the scrambled eggs, the perfect Nigerian way.
Yeah.
Like, this showed.
Excited. Like the next day before we left, I was like, Mama Judy, you don't have to worry about cooking. Because she had cooked the day before, like since 6 o'clock that morning until we got there. She still was cooking. So I was like, no, you don't have to cook. I'm cooking breakfast. And they never had waffles. Homemade waffles. So I had made waffles for them.
Oh, that's
eggs,
nice.
The plantains, everything. And she was just like, you don't have to do it. I was like, I got it.
That's awesome. Look at you showing out.
I had to. You know, I had to.
Look at you. I'm a cook. I got y'all today.
I got y'all. And everybody was just like, really? Wow. Oh, yeah, but you really? Okay, she's good.
She's the one. She's the one.
Yes, literally after we left, his family called his mom in Africa and told everybody. So I was just like, yes, I did good.
I made it in. I made it in. All right, so fast forward, you know, I saw the amazing proposal pictures, the process. So I definitely want to hear from you. How did you prepare for all of that?
Well, it was. I don't really know. I don't know the rightful words to use.
Right.
But it was it was amazing actually.
Yeah,
But
it was amazing.
you know,
yeah.
it was a process. It was really a process. You know, you just have to have the courage to do something like that. It takes a bold step to do something like that. So you know,
he was still nervous though.
I was nervous.
It looked amazing. I mean, from every detail. Tell us a little bit about the details.
So I was like, I was having a good time with my friends. So I was like, yo, I think it's time to, you know, propose to her, you know, make her my wife, you know, someone that whenever you come back from home, you see someone, you know, you become happy, you know. So I was like, I think it's time, it's really time for that. So I spoke to my brothers. They're actually my friends, but they're more than friends to me. They're like brothers to me. So I spoke to them. I was like, yeah, I think it's time. They were like, you sure? I said, yeah, I think it's time. They were like, okay, well, we're going to support you to the end, you know. I spoke with the manager. I told the manager of the place that this is exactly how I wanted it to be, you know, like the settings, the chefs, the people that are going to bring out all the things I needed for the proposal. This is the way I wanted it. She was like, okay, that's nice. You know, I took out my time, the spellings and all this. I really took out my time to go through the process and make sure that everything is on A1. You know? Yeah. So then at the D-Day, we got out, we went out to eat, and the chef, they came out. It was the rate, so we already have the appetizer, the champagne and everything. So it was the time, the time to do everything. So when the chef, they came out, all the ball people, they came out, you know, to do the presentation, all those things. So I went down on my one knee. I was like, I gave the quote, and I was like, will you marry me? I was crying actually. So everybody was like, wow.
I wasn't expecting it.
She wasn't really expecting it. She wasn't.
Wow.
She wasn't expecting
I
it.
was not. I was like, what? You want to marry? I'm ready. He was like, okay, what's the answer? I was like, yes.
She said yes, yeah. Well, it was really a good moment.
Yeah, that was so beautiful.
Really
I saw some of the video that she posted in the post. It was awesome. It just goes to show, you know, even other women that they deserve what y'all, you know, definitely has indicated. And the effort that you put into that moment is so awesome. So awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's so good.
It's like a one-time,
one in a lifetime.
One in a lifetime. You know, propose, and you gotta make it huge.
You gotta make it huge.
Yeah, ready?
All right. So tell me about, you know, when you worked as a CNA, how you began to see that there was a need for your product.
Okay, so I've been a CNA for 5 years plus, and me working in the nursing homes, the different nursing homes that I work for, home health care, I started seeing a lot of patients and CNAs with bad, like really, really thin hair and really bad, like damaged hair.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, you know, was always asking me like, hey, you know, you natural. What do you put in your hair? You know, and I'll tell them like I make my own shea butter. You know, it got a lot of great qualities that make your hair soft, manageable, and easy to work with, and they make your hair grow. You know, so one particular girl, you know, she had really thin edges, like really, really bad, like really bad. So she would try to hide it by putting scarves on. You know, even though we couldn't wear scarves, she'll put it on there anyway and work. And I'll tell her like, hey, you know, you don't have to wear that. Just try my product out, you know. I told her, and she only had, I gave her a free product, a small, like the smallest, maybe like 4 ounces that I gave her. And she started using it. I told her to use it like twice a week, you know, and she started using it. And she was like, hey, this is whatever you got in there is working, you know, and it's making my hair grow, and I could see my little, you know, the little oil, little edges come back, you know, and I was just like surprised because she was my first client that ever tried my product, you know, and There was
same with the brother too.
Yeah, my brother also. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome that you had the courage to just say, you know what, you don't have to do that. Try this, and let's see, and you gave her instructions and you did get to see the fruit of that. And tell me a little bit more about other customers. Like you've worked with customers who've had alopecia, some scalp irritation. What did you notice in their response to the product?
So I have a friend that's she's Nigerian, and she wears a lot of wigs because of she don't want to show her hair, but she have alopecia. So I told her, I said, friend, something that's really easy, to make my hair grow. And I told her, I said, I sell shea butter.
Yeah.
Just let me know what it do for you, and she started using it. And it's like little by little, she'll tell me like, hey, I got a little hair growing, and I'll just be like, wow, are you serious? Like she'll be like, yes, girl, like, I don't know what you got in there. It's like magic or something, but it's making my hair grow,
Definitely.
So I was just like encouraged by that alone. And, with the client, the nursing home, and my brother hair also, like for my product to work for men and women.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's huge. So people who have alopecia, people who are going natural.
Yes.
And one of the things that you emphasize is you literally dry your lavender. Like every aspect of your ingredients are natural. So one of the things that I shared with you is that my hair regimen is so plain because there is not that connection point to the person that is producing the product. And in reality, there's a lot of chemicals and a lot of the things that are quote unquote natural, right?
Right.
So I definitely wanted people to really understand, where, like how this story begins and why it is what it is. And it is a good and one of your best selling products. But I also want to hear, what is your tie-in? Because this is a husband and wife business.
Yes.
So, tell us a little bit about your journey in the hair product area.
Yeah, so like she said, so I have noticed a lot of people losing hair back home in Africa. Like my dad, he owns a beauty supply store, to where he sells where he sells all the beauty supplies. So he sells a lot of it, like for hair and everything. So I saw a lot of people, losing their hair and all those things. So I was like, I think shea butter really works. It really works for hair. It really works for your hair growth, the scalp irritation, like people losing their edges and all those things. And I saw some people, having some dry skins, like eczema on their body, like all those things. So I was like, when we started, after we did the proposal and all that, I was like, girl, I think we need to start up a product that's gonna help people, like be like a solution to all these things, people having eczema on their body, people losing their edge. And when she told me about the place she worked in, her job in the CNA, people having scalp irritation, like friend having, so I was like, yeah, I think we need to start up a product that's gonna really work. It's like a solution. There's a lot of problems out there. People are looking for solution to it. Then I was like, I think God really wants us to work on this. It's only God's intention. So like the name implies, nobody knows God's intention except God. So God's intention is like helping mankind. God really want to help mankind. So he was like, I told her, let's just go ahead, start up a product that's going to help, like a solution to this.
I love that.
That's how we started working on the product together.
And this product, obviously it was birthed way before it was official, but the main part of it was birthed in the midst of COVID. So that I just want people to know that, like, instead of just sitting and you lost your job, which gave you more time and kind of really caused you to refocus into this business, so I think that's worth emphasizing that, we can get distracted with what's going on, or we can allow God to make this one of our best seasons.
Yes,
yes, that's true.
Seriously,
yes.
and that's what I'm experiencing. Like, I'm like, okay, you want us to sit down, then okay, what do I need to be doing?
What do I need to be doing? Yes.
And
yeah.
you are just an example of that, as young people who are passionate, full of faith, but also like, okay, this is a problem. We have a solution. What do we need to do to produce it and bring it out to everybody? I love it. I love it. I was excited when I began to understand the vision, the name, the meaning. I mean, all of these different components. I was just, as I was talking to Khadijah, and I was like, girl, this is huge. This is huge.
We it's amazing. Even when we have like setbacks in life, like when I lost my job, I was like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do, but God got us, and I told David that, and he was just like, you know what, babe, just continue to do you. And I was just like discouraged, we all get there sometimes, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just work on this product, keep the growth into it, and keep doing what I can to launch it before we launch, and things we need to do. Everything legal, everything.
Right.
You got to.
Right? Once you figure out it's something, you're like, oh shoot, we got to go and check all these boxes.
Yes, because it was a lot. It was a lot. I have a chalkboard, like a bulletin board over there, and I'm just like, man, okay, we got this, we got this, we got this.
Honestly, same here. I have a whole big Post-it note in our living room, and every time we accomplish something for our business, I print it off and because we want to do it the right way, but we're also want to be obedient to God. At the end of the day, it's something that He's placed inside of your hands, and we need to walk it out. We need to walk it out. So I love that. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I can't wait to, I'm going to test the product. So by the time the video's out, I'll be able to post how I feel like it's doing, and I get to see that. So I can't wait. I'm excited. I was like, well, you
got a surprise coming. You got a surprise coming. Just know it.
I can't wait. I can't wait. And I will definitely write a testimonial based on that. Almost definitely, because people need to know that there's something out there. And I told you, during nursing school, I started to experience hair loss because of all of the all of it. And I mean, there's a lot going on. Nursing school. So I've been natural for years, but I don't think I found the product that really has conditioned my hair. So once you started to tell me more about y'all vision, I was like, girl, you're gonna need to send me some of that so I can go on and support the business, but ultimately use it and make it my regimen, because I don't have one really in reality. So I'm definitely, I'm excited for that. So is there anything you would like to say to the audience, to encourage them, for those that are, have a vision? You're very young and y'all are doing it. Y'all are you're doing it. And some things, I was telling another lady, business lady who called me for advice about business. She's like, well, I don't know how you get on lives. And I'm like, girl, I do a lot of stuff afraid. Y'all just don't even realize it. I do. I'd be scared, and I'd be like, but God said, and I'm going to jump out. And again, what is my fuel is that there is a problem that I'm solving.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah, and I'm not just doing anything. There's a problem that is being solved on what God has given me. And what I love is it reminds me of one of the Bible stories with the lady that the prophet told her to go and get more jars, right?
Yes.
And he's like, what do you have in your house?
Yes.
And that's exactly what y'all are doing. You went, you're like, okay, this is a problem. What do I have? Oh, I have this. I've been using this, and I've seen these examples of this working. It's already in your house. It's already in you. Like your whole vision and the name of your product, God's intention. Who knows God's intention?
Nobody except God. Nobody.
Like y'all, look, y'all can have a church service just with
Amen. Amen.
Literally, in your house, is in your hands. I just encourage people, like, what's already in you? What is your passion? What have you already been doing that may be a solution for people right now? This is not a moment to be paralyzed. It's a moment to be activated. you know, to walk into what God has for you. So what is your last words for the audience and for those who are just, you know, interested in you and your journey? What do you have to say to them?
Well, to all the young people, young entrepreneurs, people of every race, you know, we don't discriminate over here. You know, if y'all got a business or you trying to start anything, just do it. You know, even though it's a lot of people that say just do it, really, just do it. Save your money, you know, because you're gonna need a lot of money. Trust us.
Government checks.
We know. Save all your checks, everything that the government is trying to send you. Save everything. Everything. Make it legal. Make it yours.
Yes.
And always remember, what is your reason of selling everything that you're doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep it. Keep motivating yourself. Encourage yourself, because there's a lot of people that's going through things right now. Behind closed doors, in front of people, and they don't even speak about it.
Yeah.
Talk to God about it.
Yeah.
If you are lost, speak to God. Pray.
Yes. Yes.
Surrender yourself to Jesus.
Yes. Yes.
You know, because it's times right now. It's hard.
Yeah.
You know,
like she said, you know, don't just get discouraged.
Don't get discouraged.
You know, keep working hard, because you know there's a lot of people that they have the mindset, you know, creating a solution, creating like a product like this. But when you see that there's a lot of people in this kind of business, you get discouraged easily.
Right.
But you don't know if yours is the solution that everybody has been waiting for.
Right.
You know, don't just get discouraged. You know,
don't compare yourself.
Don't compare yourself. Just wake up every day, like be like, I can do this. You know, just be courage. You know, encourage yourself. Keep working hard. Keep doing your thing.
Yes.
And also keep praying. You know, always keep putting everything on God's hands, because God has the final solution. Even right now, we're going through this pandemic. Right now, we're going through a lot of hell right now.
Right.
You know, it's only but God.
Nothing but God.
Nothing but God. God keep, you know, God keep giving us the best, you know. Keep making us to survive all these things that is really going on.
Right.
You know, just keep working hard. Be encouraged. That's it. Yeah.